Okay, so hey guys, we are on here tonight, and everybody who is on here because you have not yet promoted to Ruby. So you could be new, like as of yesterday, or you could have been in the business for months, maybe even years, and you are like, what is it going to take for me to promote? I feel like I'm doing the things that I need to do, but I am just at a spot where I feel like I don't know what else I need to do in order to make this happen. So if you feel like that, put in the comments what you feel like you want a tip on. So we'll make sure that we give out all the tips that you guys are looking for. So I want you to write down in the comments, what are you looking for from this Zoom? What do you hope this Zoom will give you? What do you hope tips will share that are need to change like your business. So I want to be intentional and make sure you guys know what you're looking for so you'll get it. So I have a couple leaders on here tonight. I'm super excited to introduce and have share with you a little bit about how they went Ruby. So Cami, I'm going to start off with you, and I just want you kind of to introduce yourself and share a little bit about your story.
Okay, cool. Guys, I'm Cami. I joined October, so it's been 7 months. I joined at the end of October. I went Ruby my first month. I went Ruby in November, first month and a half, and it was crazy. I was ignorance on fire. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I was just messaging Kelsey the whole entire time and just asking her what my next steps were. And that is the biggest tip I give my newbies is you're never going to know what to do, but even though you're scared, if you just do it anyway, it's okay. I'm with you every step of the way, but I can't give you everything you need to know in a 1 hour training Zoom. Like, I'm still learning 7 months later. So I went Ruby a month and a half into the business, and then I actually lost my Ruby rank, guys. I lost it in December because I wasn't growing my mindset. I was cool. Like, I was living life. I was living large on $500 extra a month. That's all I wanted to do, and I had done it, and I got to get the best of me, to be completely honest. And trying to get that rank back was twice as hard. So I actually barely was maintaining Ruby in January when I went to conference. I had no idea why I was going to conference. I spent probably my last little bit of money I had to go to conference, but I just, like, everybody was just telling me I needed to go. So I guess I just went. I didn't know. So I went, and it was life changing. I literally can't tell you guys like one exact reason on why you need to go. You just need to go, because everybody else finds a bigger and a more personal reason on why conference helps you, or just any event in general. Any event helps you so much, and it's all based on you personally. So I went to conference in January, and something clicked in me, and I was hungry, I was ready, and I went diamond in February. And so then that's when my business literally took off. Everybody says that their business changes after conference or after their first event, and it couldn't have been more true for me. I went diamond in February. I went double diamond in March. And then this last month in May, we hit triple diamond as a team, 7 months in. And it's just ignorance on fire and not comparing yourself to anybody, and just always staying hungry and always wanting to help other people.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the coolest part about what you did is that you really didn't even know that it was like crazy. Like, it was great. Like, you were like, yeah, I'm just going triple. Like, but you didn't know that people don't go triple in 7 months, like typically. And so I think that that's like something that's cool, and that I want to encourage all of you guys to understand is that everybody comes into this business at a different level, with a different mindset, with something that they want or they don't want. And so it's super important that you understand that everybody's trajectory is going to be different, because people are starting at different starting points. They're starting with a different amount of market that they have. They're starting at this. And you know what? I have people that I started with that went Ruby faster than me and that aren't even in the business anymore. And I think that we just have to stop, like Kimmy said, comparing ourselves and understanding that our journey is our journey, and that's what's going to make it special. So I also have Jackie on here. I'm super excited to chat with you, Jackie. Kind of share with everybody why you got started, what attracted you to the business, and about your journey so far.
Um, let's see. What attracted me would probably be Gabby's lives. I would literally, so I'm a mom of two, and I would literally be like, okay, I get to go shower, and I'm just gonna listen to her live, like while I'm showering, because I can't hear her with two kids running around, and like I just kept watching them, and I don't know what it was, but I was like addicted and drawn in, and I was like, okay, like I just messaged her out of nowhere and was like, all right, I'm signing up. And she's like, okay, but like, why? And because I'm a mom of two, like, I want to spend more time with them and not like feel like we can't do what the things we want to do. And so I'm like a not necessarily perfectionist, but like I'm green. That's my personality, and I want to know everything. And so I would just stay up until probably 2 a.m., like for probably 5 nights in a row, just watching YouTube videos. I would text Gabby and be like, I'm so sorry it's 2 a.m., but I have a question. But yeah, so I was just like, wow. Like I would watch Tiffany Her on her YouTube channel. I loved her. But yeah, so really it was just, like she said, ignorance on fire, like just doing it. And I watched a YouTube video and they said, you know, post morning, the middle of the day, and at night. And that literally is like, I just had people in my inbox. And Gabby's like, what are you doing? How are you getting these people? And I'm like, I don't even know. Like, it's just happening. What do I do? And so 7 weeks in is when I was Ruby, and she told me I was Ruby, and I was like, what does that even mean? Like, what am I doing? And I honestly think it was just like sticking with it and just having like tunnel vision and just posting when you're supposed to post. And constantly I was just like adding people on Facebook, and it literally just blew up. Just doing what I was told and asking questions. So
Yeah.
now I'm enrolled. I don't know how I joined February 11th. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it. And I think I'm really glad people are putting in the comments questions that they have, because then it gives us a direction that you guys want us to go in. And I think, you know, with different personalities, I mean, Jackie's a green and I'm like negative green, meaning like I don't need any information. I just need you to tell me what the end goal is, and then I will figure out how I'm going to do it. But Jackie's the type of person, like, I need to know every single step by step, and what if this goes wrong? And then I also need to know the 3A and the 3B and the 3C. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to skip and go 1 to 5. So I think it's just a testimony to how this business does not have like a stereotype of who needs to be in it. There's no mold that you have to fit to be successful. Anybody can be successful. So let's start answering these questions. I'm just going to kind of do like a round robin with us. And so Kimmy, I want you to start with Taylor's question: how to start a conversation properly with somebody about a product to become a DT or a LC, or about the business so they become a DT.
Okay, so personally, when I first joined, I was in college, and so I can't even tell you how many people I had reach out to me constantly, asking me to try product, constantly asking me to do this and that. And for me, even if I would have been interested in their product, just them reaching out and messaging me made me not interested in them at all. Made me never want to message them because I feel like they'd be so pushy. So I was always scared about cold messaging, and I just don't cold message with product. That's just something I personally don't do. So to start a conversation with somebody about a product to become an LC, that's harder for me. Everybody always comes to me. They come to me through host to post. They come to me through commenting on my product.
You signed so many LCs. Like, how many LCs did you sign last month?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. I haven't even had time to count. But as a team, we needed like 6K on the 25th. So we signed a lot. I think in the last 4 days, I signed almost 3,000 group volume. So,
yeah.
And
so here's the thing, you guys. host to post is not cold messaging for product.
No.
Host to post is there is something beneficial for the other person. They get an entry to win something. There's something on the other end for that other person, and you're not asking them to buy the product. Okay, you're asking them to put a post up on their wall. And when Cami says they're coming to me through host to post, it's the people who are commenting on the host to post, not just people who saw the host to post who are actively messaging her saying, hey, I'm ready to buy. No, that's not what she means. She means that they're coming to her because she put the effort in to make a post about the host to post saying, hey, I'm doing this giveaway. This is what, we're doing. They comment on it. She's messaging them and saying, hey, great. All you need to do is put this post up on your wall. They're putting the post up. She's giving them an entry. So it's a give and take. You're adding value to somebody by offering their option to host a post for you. So let's say somebody puts up a thing and says, like somebody puts up a post about the giveaway. Do you still message people? Like, let's say you only got 4 comments about people who were interested in the giveaway. Do you still message people saying, hey girl, I don't know if you saw, but this is, we're doing this giveaway and I didn't know if you wanted to be entered.
I did do that last month, and that's something that I'm definitely implementing because especially if you are newer to this business, when you're trying to grow your network and you don't have a huge network at first and you don't have a huge background with your customers, it is harder to get people to reach out to you or to comment on your post, comment on your giveaways. And that's the biggest thing I've been seeing with my newbies. So I do message about that, and it's just super simple, and it just says, hey girl, I'll actually put it in the comments below when I'm done talking because that's easier. But I do message about that. Host to posts are amazing. If you aren't doing host post or you don't know how to do it, there's so many videos on YouTube. I actually did a video and I need to upload it. So I will, and I'll put it in the Lions Chasers. But to start the conversation with somebody as an LC is I always find out their weight loss goals first. Because usually my host to post are about weight loss. So I always find out their goals. Guys, I can't even stress it enough. Quit trying to sell product just to sell product. Like, start finding out your clients' goals and start recommending them product that you know or you think that would help them. And in the Lion Chasers, there's a huge post that Kelsey did that is updated of all the products and all the information. You can literally copy and paste that into your text and send them all the information about a product. But that's when my business skyrocketed, was because I actually cared about people's weight loss goals, and I was actually giving them product that I knew would work. When I joined, I was always just selling product because I didn't know what else to do. But then I had clients coming to me because they weren't seeing the results, when now looking back, I should have recommended them some other product. And everybody's body's different. Everybody has medical problems. They have medications that they're on, all sorts of things. So always ask them what their weight loss goals are. If they're over 30 pounds, I recommend more than one product. And so that's something I'm sure we'll probably get into more. But I do cold message about DTs. And so this, though, is people that I actually genuinely want on my team. I used to cold message, like just to get, people on my team when I first joined. But as you guys go on your journey to become a Ruby, I want you guys to start thinking more of like a diamond. So start thinking about who you want to be and what you want your business to be, and start thinking about the kind of people you want on your team for the longevity of your team. Because this isn't just right now, here in the moment, guys. This is the rest of your life. If this is what you want for the rest of your life, like, you want a stable foundation. And if you are pushing for Ruby and you find good people right now, or good DTs or good leaders right now, they're going to be with you till the end. You're building your business on top of them. Start thinking about the kind of people that you want on your team and start actually looking for those people. And if you see those people and they haven't reached out to you, just reach out to them and be genuine. Don't send them, obviously we have posts. I know you guys are new, but spice them up, edit them to how you guys would say things. Because I'm sure everybody's seen all of our messages hundreds of times before. but I am just very genuine, and I just tell them, hey, I love your page. I'm sure you get this a lot, but I would just love you on my team. I love your energy. I love that you're positive. I love that you look like you're eager to expand your knowledge. Like, things I look for are people that are eager to learn, people that are positive, people that seem like, okay, anyways, people that are positive and eager. Those are good ones to kind of start out with. So just, kind of just think about what you want as somebody on your team and look for those people. And the day you plant the seed isn't the day you harvest the crop. So if somebody tells you no right then and there, that's okay, because all the people that have told me no in the past are actually people that are probably on my team right now. And that's just because they keep watching. You guys can't give up when you first start. Everybody's waiting for you to. So you have to show them what is possible for them.
Yeah, for sure.
Answer questions.
I love that. So the thing is, you guys, is somebody posted something, I don't even know who it was, but it was about like feeling comfortable. Like, how do I feel comfortable at cold messaging? It's not comfortable for anybody. Okay. Like, nobody feels comfortable when they first start doing it. It's like, do you feel comfortable when you first start working out? No, but does that mean it's bad for you? No, it means it's good for you. You're supposed to feel uncomfortable, right? Do you feel uncomfortable? Like, I didn't feel uncomfortable when I thought I was pregnant. It doesn't mean I shouldn't have had my daughter. Like, it was just uncomfortable. Like, and it's because you're growing. And so you're never gonna feel comfortable the first time you do something. You're just not. It's uncomfortable because it's the first time you're doing something. So when you, like, I know when I first started messaging, like, my biggest tip for you guys is not a message. It's not the best message. It's just do it scared. Just do it scared. You're going to feel scared. Just do it anyways. Okay. Don't wait for that feeling to go away. Don't feel like, oh, well, I'm going to do that when I feel more comfortable. You're never going to feel more comfortable. Okay. The only way you feel more comfortable is when you start actually doing it. And then you're like, oh, this isn't so bad. And you kind of see that, right? Like, because here's the thing, and I don't even like the word cold message, but here's the thing. When you're offering value to somebody and you truly believe in this business, you're not going to feel annoying. But here's the catch. The only way you're truly going to believe in this business is if you go all in, right? And I was just telling the leaders, I said, there's 4 pillars of belief. Okay, and I want you guys to all write this down. There's 4 things you need to believe in order to be successful in this business. And if you're not as successful as you want to be, it's because of your belief in one of these 4 areas. Number 1, yourself. Okay, you have to believe in yourself. Number 2, the company. Why it works for you. Have you done research on why it works as such an amazing company? Have you read the articles about Mark Pentecost? Have you talked to your enroller or the person that signed you up about what they've heard about Mark, or have they met Mark, or why it works is so amazing? Why is it different than any other company? Why is what we do different than anybody at GNC? Do you know? Okay, that's super important. Number 3, why network marketing is important. Like, why is the business, do you believe in the business model of what we're doing? Right? I had somebody say, is this MLM? I'm like, do you even know what MLM stands for? Like, do you know, like, what you're saying, or are you just assuming that because that's what somebody else knows and that's what they told you? Or that's what they think they know and that's what they told you. So you have to understand. I highly suggest reading the book Beach Money. It's like 100 pages, super short. It's called Beach Money. And there's also a really good one called The 4-Hour Work Week. Okay. And one of the best books that I've ever read for my business is a book called Get Over Your Damn Self. And it's about a girl who was a high paid executive that went with a network marketing company, and how it changed her life and it changed everything for her. And she goes over like why this industry and this profession is so amazing. Okay. So that's belief in yourself, belief in it works, belief in the industry, like network marketing. and the profession, and then belief in our products. Okay. Those are the 4 things that you have to believe in. And if your business isn't where you want it to be, it's because you don't believe in one of those things, like as well as you want to. And you know what? We're all working on it too. Okay. There's something that our business isn't where we need it to be in one of those areas, which is why we're not where our checks want it to be, or we're not doing the actions associated behind that. Okay. So we're all growing. Like me and Cami and Jackie, we're not on here to preach to you like we're the saints and you're the sorry people. Like that's not what we're doing. We're coming from a place of, I know what it's like to feel uncomfortable to cold message. I know what it's like to feel like, holy crap, am I worthy of this? Can I do this? Holy crap, do these products even work? Y'all, when I joined the business, I never tried one product. Not one. But you know what I did? Is I studied the products, and by me studying, Jackie's going to laugh at this. By me studying is, I mean, I went to Pinterest and I looked at all the before and after pictures. And that's it. And I was like, I saw like 200 before and after pictures. And I was like, if this crap works on 200 people, there's no way they're photoshopping all of that stuff. Like literally that was like what I thought. And I just kept seeing results after results after results. And every result picture I saw, my belief built. It Works has a whole Pinterest page dedicated to before and after picture. If you are struggling to believe in the products, go to the before and after results page and go look at the results that other people have had using our products. Okay. And then you're going to look at it like, holy crap, like I'm hoarding all this to myself if I do not share this with other people. Like I have to share this because I have my hands on gold. And that's literally what I feel like. So all of those things, you guys, we know what it's like. And so for me, I'm the same as Cami. I don't cold message like, hey, were you willing to try this product out? It works for some people. It's not something that I really spend my time doing because I get so much more interaction and so many more customers from host to post. And also for my Instagram stories. Okay. My Instagram and my Facebook stories is where I get a huge chunk of my loyal customers. But my host to post, you guys, gosh, that is like gold. And if you aren't doing it, you're literally flushing money down the toilet. Okay. And there's so many YouTubes and different things on how to do it and what you need to do. And in our group page, we have like literal scripts, step-by-step process. But I'm just going to piggyback too on what Cami said is you have to understand what somebody's goals are for their health and wellness before you can start selling them a product. Because you're not, at that point, if you know their goals, you're not selling them a product. You're not selling them a product. You're helping them meet their goals. And those are 2 very, very different things. You're not selling a product, you're helping them meet their goals. So stop saying, I need to sell the product and start saying, I need to help people meet their goals. When people ask what I do, I always tell them I use social media. I'm a social media marketer, but I use it to help people meet their health and their financial goals. Literally what I tell people I do. How I describe it. And that's how you should describe it in your brain, because if not, you're going to think, oh, I have to get people to join my business. I have to get people to buy these products. No, you're offering them a gift. You're offering them a gift. And that is a whole mindset shift that will change your business if you just take that one tip. So Jackie, what do you do to attract DTs?
I would say being excited. Like, I was just talking with Ashley, the strongest person under me, and I literally did not mention to her one time, hey, you should join this with me. Like, you should do this. I was literally just like, yeah, I did a thing. And like, I was all excited about it. And I was like, yeah, like people make this much money. And like, I mean, I'm not going to make that right away. And I was just like telling her all this information. It was just flowing out of me because I was just so excited. And she just texted me later and was like, I think I want to do this with you. I was like, okay. So it was just being excited and posting, like posting, and just keeping yourself at the top of people's timelines. And I honestly like looking at your upline, the people above you, and seeing kind of like the things they're posting and what they're saying about it, and making it authentic to who you are, because people can tell if it's you or someone else, and being relatable. so people can see like what it can do. Even if it hasn't done that for you yet, you can say what it's going to be doing for you. And that's kind of what I did. Even though I made like, I think it was $57 on my first check, I was like, listen, like I can do whatever I want with this $57. Like I don't even have to tell my husband about this $57. So just like being excited and telling people about it. And that's really all I've done. I don't think maybe 2 times I've actually approached someone. I need to get better at DTs. But I've approached someone and been like, hey, you want to join my team? Other than that, it's been people just seeing how excited I am and me being honest about what it's doing for my family. But yeah, you can just say what you are going to be doing with it or what you've seen it do for other people.
Yeah. And I love that because I think so often we think, oh, I have to have my own success story in order to attract other people, right? Like, but people forget, like, I didn't start out like in a Bachelor Diamond. Like I started out with zero customers and 0 distributors in my e-suite and making $0 with the business. And it's like that is the chicken or the egg, right? Like you don't just have success and that's how you attract people. You have to attract people before you have the success. And what that comes with is, like she said, like the excitement, you guys. And I was just telling our leadership, money is energy. Money is energy. Are you excited? Are you excited about what you have your hands on? Or what value are you bringing to that person? Because if you're just messaging them, just to message them, just to get out their messages out, for some reason they can feel that. Okay. But I'm going to tell you, I will send voice message. I will message people and I will just say like, hey girl, I've been watching your feed and I know you've probably heard this 1,000 times before, but I just had to ask if you were open to hearing about how you can make some extra income, or if you were open to hearing about an extra source of income or whatever, but like just ask them if they're open to hearing about it. Okay. It doesn't have to be, do you want to join my team right now? Like that's not, they don't know what you're even doing. Okay. The other thing that you have to do that Jackie clearly did was be talking about it in your post. I have a lot of people that are like, I can't get DTs. And I'm like, bro, I just looked at your page and you've not one time posted about how excited you are about what this business is doing. You're posting about the products, which is why you're doing awesome with getting LCs, but you're not even posting about what the business has done. So you're going to get what you're posting about, right? And so post about what the business has done for you. If it's mentally, if it's financially, if it's spiritually, if it's emotionally, it doesn't matter. But post about how excited you are about where you're going. I remember when people would ask me, how much money are you making with this? I'd be like, well, I'm on my way to Ruby, and a Ruby is an average of $500 a month. You guys, I think I had joined like the 5 days before, but I was just like knowing that was a Ruby and that's really what I was trying to go. And I was like, I'm on my way. But you guys, people don't get in a plane where the pilot does not know where they're going. So why would somebody join your team if you don't know where you're going and if you're not headed to success? So if you're like, oh, well, I haven't really made that much money, and it's not even about how much money you've made, but it's how you're saying it. It's about how are you telling them how much money you made? Because if you're telling them, bro, my first paycheck was $36, or I think mine was $34. My first paycheck was $34, but I'm going to tell you next, like in a couple months, I'm going to be making $3,400. How different does that sound than me saying, well, my first paycheck was $34. I'm not joining that person's team that says that. I'm just not. But if somebody was like, hey, I just joined and I made $34, like, and when I saw that money deposited in my bank account, I knew it was freaking real. I knew it was real. And so now the coolest thing is I know people who are making $16,000, $35,000 a month. And I didn't believe it until I saw some money. I didn't care how much it was, but I saw some money deposited into my bank account. I knew if I can make $34, I can make $34,000. And if you say it like that, you guys, people are going to join your team, period. But you can't say it in a way of like, join my team and you're going to get rich overnight, because people don't trust that. What they trust is your realness, is your authenticity, is you saying, hey, you know what? Like, and I tell people when they get, like, when I'm talking to them before they even join as a distributor, I'm like, listen, girl, my first paycheck was $34. And I'm just telling you this because I want you to know that it takes work. Like, this is not something where you get rich just overnight. This is something that requires work, and you can make unlimited amount of money. But it doesn't mean you just make it from joining. It's like a gym membership, right? And so for me, I'm just super honest and I'm super authentic and I'm upfront with people. But one of the biggest things that I did that changed my business is I started getting real about how I felt about the business before. Okay. So what do I mean by this? All the fears that you felt and probably are currently feeling in some ways, other people have, which is why they're not joining you. So talk about them. If you were scared that this was a scam, talk about how you thought this was a scam and why it's not. Okay. If you were scared that the products wouldn't work, talk about how you thought that and then you use the products. Okay. If you were scared that you didn't know enough people, talk about that and why that's not true. Okay. But when you start talking about your fears of before you joined, you're going to connect to so many people who are having that same exact fear and they don't know the answer to it, but they're too chicken to like reach out to you about it. But if you post about that, you're going to start hearing like, oh my God, yeah, she's right. Yeah, she's right. And even when I talk to them, you guys, people think like, so funny because people think that my conversations are easier because I make like a bunch of money, but you guys, they're actually harder because people don't believe that I make that much money. Okay. So I don't even talk about how much money I make when I have a conversation with people. What I do talk about is where I was beforehand. And this is how you create your story. So write this down. What you need to do is talk about where you were mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, whatever the case was before you started. Because all of us started because we were uncomfortable in some way. We looked into the future and didn't like what we saw. Okay. Then I want you to move to how you first came across this business and who told you about it. How did you hear about it? All that stuff. And then what part of that attracted you to it? So for Jackie, hers is going to sound like I was a new mom of 2, stressed out about, our financial situation, feeling like my husband had a big burden on his back to care for us. I didn't want to leave my babies, but I didn't know how we were going to make it financially to live the life that we wanted to live on the income that we were currently making. I didn't know anything about anything, but what I did know is I saw a girl who was excited about life, who was going live talking about how excited she was about this business. And I didn't even know what the business was, but because of her excitement, she had something that I didn't have. She had something she was excited about. And yes, I had 2 kids that I was excited about, but I didn't know what my excitement was coming from, who I was. And I found her and I saw her. And you guys, do you think after reading that post, somebody gives an F how much she made? No, they don't. I'm just going to tell you, no, they don't. Okay. Because they're sitting there thinking, dang, I'm a mom. I can relate to that. Or I don't know what my purpose is, or I want to take some stress off my husband, or I want to do this. People don't relate to you through your strengths. They relate to you through your weaknesses. So you have to understand that in order for you to attract distributors, you're going to have to get over yourself and get vulnerable and talk about what you don't like about your current situation or did not like about your current situation and how this business is going to change that for you, because people are going to relate to what you're going through or what you've been through. They're not going to relate to the fact that you earned a $5,000 bonus or a $10,000 bonus or whatever. And those things are all great and dandy to post about, but I get more distributors when I post about putting gas in my car than when I talk about buying a house. Okay. So sorry, I just went off on that tangent. Okay. So that kind of goes over like the sparking interest, I think, is the big thing. With sparking interest is energy, excitement, and knowing where you're going. And even if you don't know if you're going to get there, like when I would post, like you guys, there's so many times and I remember posting something and being like, oh God, I don't know if this is going to happen, but nobody's really keeping tabs like on your social media. Like if it's like, if you're like, I'm looking to mentor 6 new distributors this month. I'm looking, it's not like next month people are going to be like, oh, did you get your 6? Like they're not even remember you posted that. Okay. And getting that vision for yourself. It's one thing to believe that other people can do it in our company, but it's a different thing to believe that you can do it. And you have to figure out what value are you like you as a person adding to that person. Because when I decided that, like, because for a while before I went Ruby, and this is one thing I struggled with, is I felt like, well, I don't know how to train people. Well, I'm not going to be a good leader. Well, why would somebody join with me versus joining with somebody else? Like what value do I bring? And then I just got real and I was like, well, these are the things that I want to be. And I know I'm never going to become them unless I do this, unless I find these people. And I know that I can connect with them and I want to be friends with them and I want to love on them. And you guys, it's so powerful when you recognize what your value is and what you can bring to the table. Because once I did that, I went diamond. Screw us even talking about Ruby. Once you find out your value, you're going to go diamond. But that starts with you doing your self-development. You reading books, you listening to podcasts, you doing different things and understanding, holy crap, like I'm going to mentor this person because I care about them. And that's all you have to know. Because if you care about somebody and they ask you a question, what are you going to go do? Find the answer. You're going to find it. Who cares if you know it right now? And they'll actually feel a lot more comfortable if you don't know it and you're like, shit, I don't know that answer, so I'm just going to go ask somebody. I'm going to ask somebody. They're going to be like, oh, she doesn't know all the answers, but she can still do this. You guys, I still don't know crap. I like ask Erin all the time. I'm like, hey, what about this? She's like, well, this is the answer. You've asked me that 7 times. I'm like, I know, sorry. So it's okay. Like you don't have to know everything to train your new distributors. Go to your upline. Get over yourself and ask for help. Get over yourself and ask for help. Nobody expects you to know. Nobody expects you to know. What we do expect you to do, first search the team page. Please don't ask about the pricing for a product when you can find it on the website. Okay? But if you're saying, hey, what do I do if I sign an EDT and I don't know what to do? Let's get on a Zoom with that person. I'll help you train them and I'm going to coach you on how to train them. There's going to be somebody in your upline. If there's nobody in your upline, come to me. But if there's going to be somebody in your upline that's willing to do this. Because if that's all that's holding you back from going diamond, think about how silly that is. Your fear of being able to train somebody to do this business is holding you back from earning a $2,000 paycheck that could change your family's life. Get over yourself. Guess what? You might have signed a couple people and they don't do anything. Welcome. Welcome to the business. That happens to all of us. You did not do anything wrong. Okay, so let's move on to the next question because you guys know I could talk all night. Okay, Cami, talk about getting new friends and getting how you add to your network.
Okay, so this also goes back to how I look for DTs. I'm always looking for DTs when I add to my network. So I'm always adding people that I feel like would be good, like to add to my team. So go back to the kind of people that you want on your team. I do better with people more my age. And so, because I can connect to them better. And that's just part of this business, guys. If I have older people reach out to me all the time, but I'm always going to be more inspiring to people that are 21 or 22, like I was when I joined this business, because not many 22-year-olds are making, money that I'm making, let alone even an extra $500 a month. People in college are broke. They need money. They can't even afford to put gas in their car. They can't even afford to pay more than like 50 or 25 cents on a can of tuna for dinner. Like, we are a broke age. And so that's the kind of people I reach out to and I add to my network. So just always be looking for the kind of people that you want on your team. Look for people that sound or that look positive. Don't add people that, and I don't ever try to put anybody in a box, but you can tell a lot from somebody's page if they're negative or if they're just not somebody you want on your team. And that's not saying that that's a bad thing, but as a leader, it's my job to protect the attitude and the integrity that is on my team. And I am not going to ruin that by bringing somebody else into my team that could spoil all the emotions and everything that just goes into this business, all the attitude. I don't do the negativity, and I'm not going to add somebody to my team that's going to be like that, because then they're going to add negativity to more people, and they're going to add negativity to their teams that's going to join, and nobody goes anywhere being negative. So just look for those kinds of people. To add them, I go to a lot of Instagram is where I do a lot more of my DTs. So I'll look for, you can literally type in like universities, like people say that they're at a university. You could type in that. You could type in the city you're from or different cities, and just see everybody that's posted pictures saying that they're there. You can add them that way. You can go and add people that are friends of friends. That's another good way to add to your network when you're new. Everybody is so scared of adding to their network when they're new. They're so scared of having all these random people on their page that's going to see all their stuff. And so I get that. And I always tell my newbies, I'm like, maybe start out adding friends of friends, because you're not going to be as scared, especially if you have kids. That is the biggest thing, is people are so scared to add random people to their profiles because they feel like all these random people are going to be looking at pictures of their kids and all that. So I get that. So add friends of friends. That's going to really open up your confidence, adding more people.
Oh, did she freeze? Okay.
People.
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. There's a lot of hold on, let me turn off my Wi-Fi. That's probably why. There's a lot of like ads for like weight loss. There's ads for like clothing stores. There's ads for online places that you can go, all that kind of stuff, sort of stuff. So if people are commenting on that, you can see that they're interested in that product. They have money, because who's commenting and saying that they want to, that they just bought this product and they don't have money. You can add people that way too, but friends of friends is a really good way to get started.
I love that. I love that. One thing I do is go to those advertisements. Hold on a second. Those advertisements that Cami was talking about, I also search boutiques. One of the goals that I had, and I encourage you guys all to have, is I wanted a distributor in every state. And that was something that I looked at. And there used to be a report on like where you had distributors, but you can even keep track of it. And that was something big for me. So I would literally Google like best boutiques in Wyoming. Okay. And add people from that Instagram page boutique and just figure it out. And so I think that is, hold on. Okay. Sorry. I just had to, there's, no big deal. Yeah, distributors by location. I don't know if it's still a report, but I know they're like changing up eSuite, but yeah. So that is something super cool. And you can see, holy crap, like I'm only limited to like these 3 areas of the United States. Like I want to expand my team in Hawaii. I want to expand my team in Alaska. I want to expand my team in, whatever. And so making sure that you're being intentional, like we're opening in the Philippines and Mexico, you need to be adding people from those areas. Okay. And so letting those people see your post, because my thing is like, if I don't do it, somebody else is. And I need to make sure that I am doing it, because I've felt it before when somebody else did it before me. And so that's something big. I also am going to post in here something that really helped my mindset. and this is a free YouTube link, you guys, you have no excuse not to watch it. It's an audio of somebody reading this book. It's called Go for No. This book, it's like an hour, okay, to listen to. Read the freaking, listen to it. Listen to the freaking book. Just listen to the book, okay? Just trust me. Because I know that, like, for me, I was always scared to message. But more than that, you have to recognize that, like, what vibes you're putting off, and why are you so scared to message? Why are you so scared to message? Like, because what other people are going to think about you? You're literally going to not message and share this business because of what other people are going to think about you. So really get into the nitty gritty of that. This book will really help fix your mindset when it comes to messaging, when it comes to doing things that you don't really feel comfortable doing yet. This book will change that, and the book Get Over Your Damn Self. Those are two books that I highly, highly, highly recommend that you read as a newbie in the business, or as somebody that's not where you want to be, because those things really, really helped. Okay. Training new DTs, explaining products when you're still learning. Jackie, talk about that.
So I copied literally what Gabby gave me. I copied the text and everything, and the personality test and everything. But what I liked was what you told me, and what I started to do on one of these Zooms is getting them on a Zoom with, if you're still new, and getting them with your upline. And make sure they know who they are and feel comfortable talking with them as well. And then the beginners bootcamp page, there is the day 1, day 2, and if you just guide them through that, so they don't just go to that page and then overwhelmed and don't even know where to start, and kind of just give them like one thing to do at a time. And then once they complete that, going to the next, that has helped a lot, because you can give someone a Facebook page and they can just look at it and then turn away and do something else. Like, they're just not, it's just too much. So I would definitely just giving them step by step. And honestly, that's what I do. I mean, it's that simple. And then that's when their questions pop up. And that's when they're like, oh, I didn't even know about this. How do I do this? Or what's the best way to do this? Yeah, that's about it. That's all I do, really.
Yeah, I love that. And that is such a good reminder, you guys. Freaking use the resources that we have. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel, and use the resources that we have. Because so often, like, even myself, I'm trying to like do these amazing trainings and do this and that, when it's like, I already have 1,700 of those trainings. Okay. And we already have this huge, amazing beginners boot camp. And we already have those videos on the Core 4 that you can individually send people. Like, literally all of these things are at your fingertips, but what you're doing is you're not using the resources, so you're not telling anybody else to use the resources. But if you use the resources and you saw how amazing they were, you would recommend them to anybody else. So I encourage you, use the resources yourself, go through the beginners boot camp, and write down like what you think is important from there. That is a great guideline for how to train people, and use it. The other thing I would say when training new DTs, here's the most important thing: help them get wins. Help them get wins. I don't care if you are shouting out a great post that they made, or thank you so much for asking a question like that. Literally, that question was so amazing. Or, oh my gosh, your post was so good. Or, oh my gosh, dude, you got your first LC. And celebrate every victory with them, because it is so important. Like, those little things are what adds up into those bigger things. And nobody expects you to answer questions by yourself. So you have to be committed to screenshotting your enroller and asking how to respond. How do I respond to this? Because the thing is we love answering those questions. So stop feeling like you're annoying us. And if you're feeling like you're annoying us, you need to get a bigger why that's actually stopping you from messaging us. Because if your why is big enough, you're not going to care if you're annoying us. I'm just telling you, you're not annoying us. But if you feel like you're annoying us and you're not messaging, it's because your why isn't big enough. Your reason for why you want to do this and why you want to succeed is not big enough. So find out, like, how can I do it? And yeah, you can look and you can try to find the answer yourself, but that's what we're here for. This is a mentorship. This is not you're joining a business by yourself. Okay. So stop thinking of it like that. So hopefully I think that answered. Cami, how do you come up with your quality posts? And Jackie, I want you to answer this question too.
So when I started, guys, I was looking at everybody's, sorry, I'm gonna talk while I walk because my laptop's about to die. I was literally looking at their
Cami,
posts.
you gotta wait till
So
you
I
sit
was
back down. Cami,
what?
you gotta wait till you
Okay.
sit back down. I'm gonna go to Jackie. Okay. Her Wi-Fi is all jank when she moves around. Okay. Jackie, how do you create those posts?
Well, when I first started, it was like looking at your posts or Gabby's posts. I kind of, with Instagram, I kind of just like, it's really obvious if you look at Gabby's and you look at mine, because she does like a quote and then a post and the quote, and I just loved how clean it looked. So I was like, all right, this is my new thing, and I cleaned up my page and got rid of, I don't even know, probably more than 500 pictures, and just made it look nicer, and so people would be attracted to it. And then with individual posts, I would say in the beginning I was almost better at it than I am now, because that excitement, and when it comes to you, just going with it and talking about in the moment, like when you're pumped about your paycheck that you just got, like think about what you're going to do with it and talk about that. And think about where you were before you found this business, and what made you excited to start something new. And that's kind of what I was like, wow, like if I didn't have this, I wouldn't be able to blank. So yeah, that's really what it is. It's like, or now it's more like gratitude, like, wow, all this support I have, like just talking about how great you feel now, or what this has done for you now.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's key. Cami, what were you gonna say for your Wi-Fi?
Okay, sorry guys, I'm like the biggest hot mess next to Kelsey. Okay, so when I first joined, looking at everybody who had been successful in this business already prior to me, like so top income earners, I was looking at Stephanie Dunn's post. I was looking at Aaron Tweed's post. I was looking at Tiffany Hurst's post. I was looking at Alyssa Wilbur's post. She's Alyssa Marie on Facebook. Oh gosh, I can't even tell you guys how many people I've looked at. But just look, like even if you copy and paste when you first get started, but obviously you got to edit it, because if I posted stuff that Stephanie Dunn did about being the number one top income earner, guys, everybody would think I was on drugs or something. So make sure you edit and edit those posts. But that's a great way to get started, or that's a great way to go back and look and see, okay, this is what I am wanting my feed to look like, and so this is a great idea of what to start posting about. So the biggest thing too, guys, is before and afters are great on your page, but you can go in and delete it or hide it from your timeline. So don't have a bunch of before and afters all over your timeline. So when somebody goes and looks at your profile, all they're going to see is before and afters. It's going to shove them away. So if you want to post about products, be a product of the product, and you can post about, even if you don't have any coffee in your cup, guys, I'm sure we all have a coffee cup. Just post a picture with your coffee cup and talk about your coffee. Coffee is like, or keto coffee is like the top selling product right now. Or get a bottle of Thermofite X. If you don't have a bottle of Thermofite X, reach out to your enroller. I'm sure they can mail you an empty bottle of Thermofite X and you can take a little picture with it. You know, or something. Have your face on your profile. Have people get to know you. Start trying to get your own results. If you're not trying to lose weight, and try growing, try doing our hair, skin, and nail pills. Try growing your hair out. The collagen. Guys, I had horrible acne. And our products cleared up my acne so well. I've had people that have used Proactiv and are still struggling, and they come to us with our products. So be a product of the product. Here's how I post is I do an inspirational post in the morning. Anybody that knows me, if you go to my page, I'm very Christian. my drive for success is always based around religion. I'm very red. I do have a money mindset, but my money mindset is based on helping people. There's always going to be people in the world that are going to need help. I'm never going to make enough money to help them all. So that is, my main focus. So everybody that goes to my profile, they're going to see at least a Christian or inspirational post sometime or in the morning. Secondly, I'm going to post about a product. So I can post like holding my coffee cup, or I can post about, even just post a picture of me, like just leaving the gym and saying, I'm so thankful for my Keto Energy and Thermofite X. Like I burned extra calories with my Thermofite X, and the Keto Energy gave me unlimited energy to get through my workout. Even if you don't have a product with you guys, you can like fake it till you make it. Like nobody's going to be like, did she really take it? Just fake it till you make it. And then in the evening, I'm going to post about this business. I'm going to post about, when I joined, I was posting about what I was going to do for me. So I was posting about being debt free. I was posting about traveling more with this business. I was posting about paying for school. For those of you that don't know, I joined while I was in nursing school. I actually joined because I got a letter in the mail saying I wasn't accepted into nursing school, and I was tired of putting my life on hold. But paying for college is really expensive. So you can post about that. Even if you haven't paid off your debt yet, guys, even if you haven't paid for all your schooling yet, or you haven't whatever it is, even if you haven't done it yet, that's okay to post about it. Everybody posts about how they're getting a degree but they haven't gotten it yet. So just know where you're headed and post about that. It's okay. Nobody's going to be like, okay, I'll see you in 4 years, see if you really are debt free. Nobody's going to do it, guys. But in 4 years, I promise you, if you stick with this business, you'll be debt free.
Yeah. And I think, so here's what I want you guys, the homework to be tonight. So I want you to right now write down 3 things. What would an extra $200 do for you right now? What would you do with it? I want you to write it down. And I want you to imagine that $200 email coming in, whether that's Fast Start bonuses, whatever. And I want you to imagine $200 being deposited into your bank account. How does it feel? How, it does, is that going to allow you to make a trip that you couldn't make because of gas money? Is that going to allow you to put extra money towards, paying off some of your debt? What is that $200 going to do? So 3 things. The next 3 things I want you to write about is, what is $800 going to do for you? What is $800 going to do for you? And how is that going to feel when that gets deposited into your bank account? How accomplished are you going to feel? And then I want you to post about, what would $1,500 do? And I want you to think about, and I want you to write down 3 things you would do with $1,500. And then I would tell you guys, I want you guys to think about, what would you do if $8,000 is deposited into your bank account tomorrow? What would you do? $8,000. If I deposited $8,000 in your bank account tomorrow, what would you do with it? How would it change your life? If you got that every single month, how would that change your life? And now you have 12 things that you just wrote down that this business could do for you that you can go post about. And that you're going to be able to talk about, this is what this business is going to be able to do. This is what, why I joined. This is things that I want this business to do for me. And other people are going to be sitting there thinking, dang, I want to pay off all my student loans. Dang, I need to be making extra money for my kids' college accounts. Dang, I need to be saving up to put a down payment on a house. Like those things, those reasons your reasons are going to start to become somebody else's reasons as well. But if they don't know your reasons, they can't become them. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thank you, Jackie and Cami, for hopping on with me. But just know, like, we all started where you are at. And don't expect yourself or hold yourself to a standard that you should know, because you shouldn't. Okay? The only dumb question is the one you don't ask. So ask the questions and realize, like, this is all up to you. We all started in the same spot, but you have to take ownership for your business. You have to own the fact that if you go Ruby or you don't go Ruby, it's on you. It does take time. It takes consistency. It takes effort. But if you have those beliefs, you will be successful. So just do what other people are showing. telling you to do. If there's somebody successful in the business that is where you want to be, take advice from them. Don't take advice from your broke friends. Okay? I always say my rule is never take advice from somebody who you wouldn't want to trade places with. Okay? So if they're broke, don't take business advice from them. If they've been divorced 7 times, don't take marriage advice from them. Like, it's just not what you want to do. So you want to be around people and surround yourself with people that you want to be like, because at the end of the day, you're going to be the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So I love you guys. I'm super proud of you even hopping on this Zoom and investing in your business, and know that we are here to help. We're just a resource for you. So guess what? The tools are only as good as the toolman. Okay, so you have to use us in order for us to help you. And I hope you guys have an awesome Monday and awesome rest of your week. Let's go kill it. Bye, guys. Thanks, Jackie and Kimmy.